What's up everyone? So today I'm going to be talking about how to write a book in 30 days. If you're like me, then somehow the idea of being able to write an entire novel in 1 month is something that's super exciting and something you've always wanted to do. November is starting to come up. Well, I guess fall's just beginning now, but November is on the horizon, and as you may know, November is National Novel Writing Month, or NaNoWriMo. That's what they call it? Yeah, NaNoWriMo. So the challenge in that month is to try and write 50,000 words in 30 days, which is writing a novel. And that is super awesome, but also not the easiest thing to do. But today I'm going to explain to you how I recently just wrote an entire novel from the beginning of the outline to the end of the first draft in exactly 30 days, and the novel ended up being just over 90,000 words. So the biggest tip that I can say before starting off and trying to write a novel in 30 days is to have an awesome outline. What I see slows writers down the most is when they don't know what to write next, or are trying to think through problems that they have to solve in the conflict, or just plain old hit writer's block. Now, sometimes these problems are unavoidable, but I see really what drags writers down throughout the process of getting the first draft on paper is when they're running into these sort of creative blocks with each chapter, or sometimes even each page. Having a good outline, though, will be able to eliminate these problems. And I go over it in my last video about how to write a good outline. So if you're interested, check the link in the description down below. So once you have a really solid outline, hopefully outlining each beat or each chapter in the novel, it's time to begin writing. So for me, usually a great outline takes about 2 days of solid work to do. This is me sitting down for 3 hours each day, trying to put in 5 to 6 hours in total to get a great outline done. So after I've gotten the outline finished, my next step is to set a schedule to begin writing the novel. For me, I find it helpful not to have word counts due each day. I feel that if you're trying to hit 1,000 words each day, that can hamper the creative process, and some days you may be writing extra fluff to try and hit that word count, but also some days you may decide to stop at that word count because you finally hit your goal. For me, I mark a chapter that I want to get to by the end of the week. Each week I make sure that I'm on progress to hit those goals. But I'm also okay if one day I fall behind, or maybe I get ahead one day. For me, it's all just allowing the creative process of writing a novel to come to me and being able to work in a disciplined manner through the outline that I've already made. Usually I'm able to write around 3,000 to 4,000 words a day, and I'll write 6 days a week. Now that may sound overwhelming at first, but writing 3,000 to 4,000 words in a day actually isn't that hard. So usually I'll take around 3 hours every day to write. That may be a ton of time for a lot of you. And for some of you, you may have 3 hours easily to fit in your day. Simply writing a novel in a month isn't super easy, and I can't really boil it down into being any less time than a part-time job. But if you think about it, you can spend less than 20 hours a week literally in a part-time job and have, a novel done in a month. I'll take the 3 hours that I try and write each day, or 6 days a week. My goal is to get around 1,000 words in an hour. This is when I know I'm being creatively productive and I'm really able to get my thoughts flowing onto the page. At times, this is all the way up to 1,500 words an hour, and then other times it's at 600 or 700 words an hour. It really just depends. Also, some days I'm able to write 5 or 6 hours, and some days I can only fit in an hour of writing time. It really just depends on what I have going on with schoolwork, what I have going on with work, and all the other things in life. For me, I just try and make sure I schedule at least one time, hopefully a minimum of 2 hours each day, where I'm disciplined about writing. I don't have a set time each day. Most days I try and do it in the morning and then sometime late at night, but sometimes, life gets in the way, and I'm always trying to be flexible around that and never make any excuses not to write. So one last thing to consider is that although I'm trying to boil down the process into writing a novel in a month into a very simple process, because it is, and anyone can do it, you don't want to overwhelm yourself. And if this is your first novel or even your 10th novel, and writing a book in 1 month seems to be a really big challenge, you don't have to do it. It's something great to go for, and I think trying to speed up your creative process to output more work and more stories is always great, but you don't have to. And it's important to remember that quality always trumps quantity. And I encourage all of you as storytellers to really do what's best for yourself creatively and your own mental health, so that you can, 1, live happy lives, but 2, also produce the best work that readers are going to want to come back for more. So if writing a novel in a month isn't a challenge to you, try to think about a length of time that is a challenge for you. Use the same process that I've outlined in trying to hit it. Thanks everyone for watching this video. Happy writing.